July 13th, 2026, Board of Sewer and Water Commissioner are in meeting in Walpole Town Hall. We have posted agenda here. We have three of the commissioners present here. Mr. Hesniger, Mr. Patrick Fasnello, and myself, Pradeep Mishra, with the board secretary, Terry. We'll start with the first agenda item, which is the minutes of June 22nd, 2026, meeting minutes. Anyone has any comments?
Oh, there is one on the end, on the last page, Terry, it says Mr. Abbott moved to adjourn the meeting. I don't think it was Mr. Abbott.
Good eye. Okay.
Any other changes? No, George, welcome. So we are on the first agenda. We are reviewing the meeting minutes of June 22nd. Do you have any comments? No? Mr. Fasnago?
I'm sorry.
Do you have any comment on this?
No, I don't, no.
Okay. So I make a motion to pass this meeting minutes.
I'll second it.
All in favor say aye.
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 Mr. As
Abstain.
absent, okay. 3-0-1. Second item is superintendent status report. It's hard copy and delivered. Superintendent is not in the meeting. Do you know the reason he's not in the meeting, Terry?
He's unavailable.
Is he working or is he's on vacation?
I actually was not in today, so,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So this is like third or fourth meeting, superintendent has not come to the board meeting. I cannot even read this statement anymore. The board should decide what to do with this statement. The whole town is under stress. There's water pumps which are failing. And superintendent is not here today to provide any status to the board. We don't know we have questions or not. If you have any questions, we have asked questions in the previous meetings also. Superintendent is not coming to the meetings and is not doing his proper duties and responsibility for the water and sewer ratepayers. And think that the handwritten copy is with you. It says that 3 of the pumps are failing, and other details are there. I'm not going to read it. It's not our job. Any comments?
Yeah, I do. On this, in the month of June, the department pumped approximately so many gallons. We have seen the pumping numbers slowly decrease with the recent water restrictions. And as the dry summer continues, our latest 10-day average pumping rate is approximately 2.8 gallons per day, 2.8 million gallons per day and below. So is he saying that we need to emergency water, or are we okay? I mean, this doesn't tell us anything about our current situation. Are we in trouble, or is this just normal for the summer? Okay? And then he goes on, okay, so that's it.
So one Neponset 1 is failing. Washington 4B and 4A and 4B cannot pump together. So
Yeah.
4B is qualified as failed. Minebrook 5 is failed. So they are also nothing so bad.
So, what does that mean though?
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I'm
see,
not the
this is,
expert.
this is why somebody should be here to tell us what this means.
Less water.
Yeah, we know, but how much less water? And is it a danger to the public? Well, if it is a danger, then we need to have an emergency water connection. Okay, I would say that we need to send a message to the town administrator saying that, well, how can you do this? We don't know if we're in dire straits,
Good question,
because all we have is raw data.
right? That's why we would have needed
And
something.
we're not
No,
experts on that.
Yeah, and these are just the 3 pump. What if, the Neposen 2 fails? There's another one which is
Okay.
Mine Brook 3A. There's so many pumps which can fail. They're pumping very less, so.
I have a motion that we could use. How about this? We order the town administrator to pursue an emergency water connection in the event that we do not have a adequate water supply. How's that?
Well, I think what you're missing is that obviously the staff knows what's going on. They have remedies and they have a plan, they're just not sharing them with the water commission. So I don't think,
That motion doesn't help, like, you're just blindly giving a blank check to them. Like,
if it was important, they would be here and
They would
telling
be
you,
here. If it is
if they thought you
emergency,
had
Did you hear
authority,
what I
they would
said?
ask you.
That we're ordering the town administrator to have an emergency connection if our water system is not viable to protect the public.
which is fine.
Okay,
I'm totally fine
that's
with
the
it.
motion.
Yeah, that is motion, which is fine. I'm just discussing, like, how does it help with the situation that in such a drought condition, the superintendent and any of the town officials are not showing up in this meeting. They're charging $2 million, $3 million to water ratepayer as indirect cost.
Okay,
And
here's what we do then.
None of the staff is showing up here.
This is another situation. What we do is these town officials are appointed by an authority. Is that correct? They have an appointing authority that appoints the town administrator. We need to talk to that appointing authority and explain to them, send them a letter saying that when the town administration is not sending personnel here to answer our questions in a timely manner. Also, if you read the town charter, it says they have to show up. So they're in violation of the town charter too.
Okay,
I don't know what else you can do.
so, the motion is to give the emergency connection, write a letter to the town administrator, inform him?
No,
Then-
not him.
Okay.
Well, there's 2 motions.
Okay,
Yeah, the first one is we order the town administrator to have an emergency connection in the event that we have the inability to provide water for the safety of the people of Walpole. Okay?
I second that.
Okay, that's number 1.
Okay.
Then you were talking about, we don't have any staff here to answer our questions in a timely manner.
In this emergency situation and drought conditions, isn't it?
Right?
See, that's where I'm getting a little confused. If that person that's supposed to be, are they paid? The superintendent, is he paid? Is that a paid position?
Yeah, they're supposed to be the superintendent, or somebody's supposed to be
Right,
here.
so if, there's facts we don't know, so I don't think making a motion on something that could make us look foolish
Well,
because
it's
we
a-
don't have all the facts.
It's a violation of the town charter.
Okay, and that's a fact.
You can read it.
I don't have it with me, but.
They're supposed to have somebody here who can answer these questions.
Right. I don't see
I
it.
think the veiled communication, if you read between the lines of this report that no one he was here to read, it suggests they have seen slow decrease in water utilization, and they're correlating that with recent water restrictions going to 1 day in a dry summer. And it says the average pumping rate is approximately 2.8 million. Ordinarily, it might be 3.1 or something, above the average withdrawal permit in the summer. But 2.8 is below that. That doesn't explain why he showed you the low production on certain wells and the non-functioning of 3 wells, however. So it's like a riddle. If you add these up, they were saying that the flow is low, a little bit lower because people are using a little less water because of the water restrictions. But yet, most of these Washington wells average closer to 200,000. Their flow isn't quite as high, and that maybe is just again because of the drought. So it's hard to interpret if this really is a problem or.
John, it's not our job to interpret.
No, well, I'm telling you, there's some facts here that I agree someone should be presenting up, and if there was an issue, you'd hope they'd come here, and maybe they wouldn't.
So who enforces the town charter?
Well, in the end, it would and you said enforces.
Right.
That's an interesting word, because I guess you would have to go to a court to enforce it. But what I'm saying is, the appointing authority, they appointed this town administrator. He's supposed to be our agent.
And who's appointing authority? The city council or the?
Whatever it is, it's not,
Select
it's a
board?
selectman, a select board.
So he fills out an application and then they like any job, and then they review it and then they.
That's right, and they appointed him.
Gotcha.
But he's also, and this is where we don't have any say
Right.
in that appointment, yet he's our agent. Anything we need done, we need to go through him.
And that's what's his name?
Johnson,
Johnson.
James Johnson.
And, that's not, who's Nunnery?
He is a superintendent. He works for the Director of Public Works.
He's boycotting you, so you don't know.
He's boycotting me? Yeah, he's.
Yeah, so he's in
Who
shown up.
all work for.
I had asked him a question.
Yeah.
At the meeting we went to. You were there.
The selectmen meeting.
I said to him, because I see people watering in our neighborhood
Yeah.
that, that they shouldn't be. And I said, so what happens if they do? And he turned to me and he goes, we're gonna fine you. And I was like, oh. And they walked away. And he's pretty mean.
That must be a
about-
different
Who
guy.
said
It must
that
be
to
Rick,
you?
must be Rick
Nunnery.
said.
Huh?
Nunnery or Rick?
No, Nunnery.
Oh, okay.
Outside.
Interestingly, on the table out in front of Town Hall, being given away to everyone, you can join Who's Watching the Water. You can become a designated Walpole Water Watcher. You can even get a hat.
Oh, but
That's for the swimming pool.
I know, but-
Yeah.
Who put that up?
Michael
put it out.
Morrissey, the outgoing district attorney.
Oh, this is the joke.
It's not a joke. Huh, so I hate that there's, when we were, you guys should have went, I know you should have went to that town meeting thing that me and John went to, because there was a lot
which one?
of.
The select board?
Yeah, there was a.
Not
lot of-
everyone has, everyone has different families.
I
so-
think I got that,
Yeah.
but there was
Have you
different
seen, have you
things.
seen other board member coming to this board meeting?
No, they just don't, they don't
Yeah.
consider this, never mind.
Yeah.
So, he was saying that,
Who?
I asked the select board, I asked them if hooking up to the MWRA would, one, because clearly they don't want
So
to do that.
shall we finish that first topic because the MWRA discussion is coming?
Well,
up.
it kinda,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, I was kinda trying to gather information to,
Yeah.
go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
So, You had two motion, isn't it, on the
Well, the
table?
first one's, you did it.
I seconded it, but we didn't vote.
Okay, well, let's get,
Yeah, so-
that's the
so,
emergency
yeah.
connection one.
So first motion is to have emergency water connection in case of emergency in the town of Walpole to provide to the water ratepayer. Motion by Patrick Fastenal, seconded by Pradeep Mishra.
Well, I'd have to
Any
find out if
discussion?
it's needed before I voted on it.
Well, the
Okay.
whole
I
point of.
agree with it, but if I have to find out if it's a fact, or.
The whole point of an emergency is that you never know
Well,
when you're
you
gonna
never
need
know,
it.
but you have to know, somebody has to know if it's needed.
You have to have a plan
Right.
to have an
So,
emergency.
why don't you amend the motion to have a plan
Well,
if it's needed?
it's inferred in that.
Oh, it's inferred, okay.
Of course, it's inferred, because if he's gonna have an emergency water connection, he has to tell us how.
But here again, I'm confused. So you're saying that we need to have we're making a motion to have an emergency water connection if needed,
Yes,
if needed.
In the event.
in the
In the
event.
event.
But we don't know if that event is here or it's.
Nobody in the
I
world
mean,
knows that.
I guess if it's worded like that, if we need it, yeah, I'd vote yes on that. If we need it, yes.
That's it. Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
if you.
that's kind of
it's-
common
it's a-
sense. If you need it.
A connection is not a supply.
Right, I know.
And by the way, we do already have connections.
Right. I mean, anything
they're
that's in the
not
best interest
regularized.
of the citizens of Walpole, I'm for.
But is there emergency? That's a good question.
That's
Like, is there
what I'm
any
saying.
emergency?
What?
That's what I'm
Is there
asking.
any emergency?
Has there ever been?
No, is there
It's
emergency
subjective.
now?
What he's saying is
Well,
subjective.
how do you know?
It's not
We
really.
don't know, like,
Right.
no one is
You know
here
what
to
I mean?
answer it.
That's
No, it's-
correct.
Then why are we
here.
passing the motion?
Yeah, I don't
Why are
know.
we putting the motion?
But so
2.8
what?
million
If
gallons,
there
which
is one-
acceptable,
Right.
and the
They
people have
should
been using
call
this
you
water
and
because of the
take
water
your
ban.
permission.
Right.
So that
If
doesn't
you-
mean there's
if-
an emergency.
Here's
Doesn't
what's
mean
gonna
they need any
happen,
more
if there
water.
is an emergency right
just
now,
saying if. He's
without
saying
anything,
if.
they
So I
will
mean,
have to connect
if,
to
of course you would
a
want
bunch of
something to
different
remedy
places.
that.
They'll have to
If.
connect to
Do you
Knoll
see what I'm saying?
in
I
three
see
different
what you're
places.
saying. I
To bring
mean,
water into the
if you
town.
believe
Because you
that
can't
the
leave
town
town
listens
without
to you, it
water.
would make any
We may
difference.
even have
and
to
you
bring
pay attention to
Foxborough
what you
water in.
vote.
using
I would
Yeah.
fire
think
pump.
differently, but right now, the way
Put a
this is
fire engine
going
there
with
and
these,
pump the water.
I
We might
don't
have
think
to-
you're listening to anything. And that's why no one's here.
Well, then,
Okay,
so
we'll-
then
we'll
even, no matter
close
how we
this,
vote, it's
yeah.
a moot point.
We'll close the discussion by vote on this. All in favor on this emergency connection, say aye.
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 Abstain.
No, abstain, 301. We move to next one, which is MWRA update.
There's a second motion.
Second motion.
He never seconded.
No one seconded it, yeah. So we are on MWRA update, and this is from last meeting to this meeting, there was a update within the town. And some emails were sent to the board saying that we are doing this, we are doing that, but this document never reached us. So there is one email from June 25th from Mr. Johnson, Town Administrator, to the Select Board and Sewer and Water Commission. The second email is to the Select Board on June 29th.
Detailed messages.
And the third is just a discussion item. Based on this three document, I'll open the floor for discussion. This is regarding MWRA water connection, which is, we have a pending application, and there is 2 or 3 option given by Mr. John. On June 25th, Mr. Johnson gave 3 options to Select Board, which is option A, to continue pursuing the current application of a supplement MWRA connection of 1 million gallons per day, recognizing that approval may be subject to condition or reduced withdrawal amount. Option B, withdraw the current application. Option C, modify the current application to pursue an emergency connection, which Weston and Simpson has advised may have a greater likelihood of approval based on feedback received during the MEPA review process. So 3 options were given. I'll repeat again, option A is to continue pursuing the current application of a supplement MWRA connection. This is what the town meeting passed. Option B is to withdraw the current application. This is, no one has authorized, but I don't know what that means. Option C, to modify the current application to pursue an emergency connection, which Western Simpson has advised. And at least I don't know, or the board don't know why these options were given to the select board. On June 3rd, there's another memo which was sent. Again, this memo was never given to the board, and which is same repeat of the same option A, B, C. So June 3rd and June 25th memo are presented to the board for the first time here.
After the fact.
Yeah, after the fact. So just writing a memo or sending a letter without presenting it to the board meeting is not sufficient, in my opinion, because not every board member can have access. And especially the town administrator Johnson has censored the board member to communicate via emails. So this type of communication and act of town administrator is not sufficient for board to approve any statement or any option of the town administrator. So that's my statement here. So please go ahead and review this and please provide the comment.
So we're discussing
MWRA,
item number 1.
discussion item on, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was very surprised to get this particular letter. I showed it to a bunch of people, and basically, it's saying that the Water Resource Commission at the Department of Conservation and Recreation and the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection, that they've reviewed our draft environmental impact report for the proposed town of Walpole connection to the MWRA. And here's the part that bothers me, okay? The town administration failed to give them a water needs forecast. That's the first thing. That water needs forecast was not available to them.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
no data were presented to document
Yeah.
the need of interbasin transfer of one.
Also, they failed to provide detailed information about existing sources. And they failed the Interbasin Transfer Act application to be brought forth. That's missing. They failed to talk about a drought management plan, and they failed to talk about the water loss control plan. All these things were failed to be presented to these people by the town administration. And they're saying too many requirements were missing so that they couldn't comfortably, I'll read their words, comfortably scoping for the final EIR, environmental impact.
Yeah, I'll read this
Okay.
statement, the
So,
water.
DEP comments basically reflect what this report from the Waters Resource Commission, which is a piece of the DCR. So, it seems that they're saying we don't need a connection, a supplemental connection, but they don't have all the information. So that's decided, I guess, for some reason, since they don't have the information, that we don't need it. And I think that's not the way you should do business. They also say that if we were to conserve water, like we don't, and we would reduce the unaccounted for water, we'd be fine. That's basically what it says. and that's a lot of hooey too.
Well, there was a whole lot of things that came out of that meeting. The first one that kind of caught me off guard was because here we had discussed, and I think I had brought it up once, that about the treatment plant for the PFAS. Somebody I had asked, I don't know who answered me, I don't remember. I had asked if we had the MWRA hookup, but we still need the PFAS treatment plant, and somebody here told me no. They begged to differ. They said no, we'd still need that. It wouldn't have any effect on it at all. And it would only give us 1 million gallons of water per day. The other thing was that the reason they said that MWRA won't give us a permit to hook up because we haven't had a total shut off of watering days in Walpole ever. We had 2 days, now we have 1 day. So based on that, they're saying we don't need an MWRA hookup. That's what they said at the meeting. So I don't know these things. John probably does, but I don't. I don't know. I just, the whole tone of the whole thing was kind of odd to me, but.
Oh. It's a political, whatever you want to call it, a political skit that they're doing. I mean, basically, most of the stuff that was said there was incorrect.
But they said they got their facts from this company,
No, well,
Water and
first-
Sampson,
yeah,
whatever they are.
First of all, we never saw the report. We paid for this report, the DEI, the impact report. We never saw it, reviewed it. They admitted, one of the selectmen said, the letters he saw were extremely critical, how bad the report was, how incomplete it was, and he was dismayed of why the application was so weak. He said that at the meeting. And their answer to that was, the consultant and the DPW director said, they decided to put in a light application, which means they didn't put much work into it. They didn't put a lot of studies and reports, because there are letters from environmental agencies about the stress basin and how important it would be for us to have a source, and apparently that wasn't included, and that wasn't considered. Further, the Department of Recreation and Environment, they're not judges. They're environmentalists and recreation people. And they have no knowledge of Walpole's need for water. They don't live in the town. They know nothing about anything, except what our consultant's supposed to tell them. And if they didn't make a valid argument, they got the answer back. And I happen to know the construction business, people have to file these reports to me all the time. They always get pushed back, rejected, or sent back for editing, review, adding information, because reviewers change. They all have their own biases of what kind of data they're looking for, what kind of information they're looking for. That really, it's just creating a dialogue. And by having a 2-hour response time window where they hear back that, you need a better report or a better application, and a decision that they're gonna fail, is really ludicrous. I mean, it's like, I felt like saying, you sound like if Walpole was playing Norwood in football and at halftime Walpole was down by 3 points, you guys would pack up and take your equipment and go home and concede the game. I mean, this is, it's actually preposterous. I mean, the whole thing, these people aren't omnipotent in the DEM. The one woman's only worked there a matter of months. So somebody didn't like your report, that doesn't mean the game is over by any means. It just means you have to do what you didn't do. Do a complete report, put all the information. We do, contrary to what was said, we do have incentive programs for people to have low flow faucets and so forth in their home and toilets. We do have programs for conservation, education for the children and so forth. We do these things, and we do have water restrictions. And the fact that somebody didn't put that in the report, shame on us. We didn't tell them that. But more importantly, the real issue is that the salient question, now that the Lord's enhancing my statement, the biggest question of all is, where are we gonna get water from if we don't get it from the MWRA? Where are we gonna get emergency water or redundant water if we don't get it from the MWRA? No one has that answer. No one on the staff can tell us. And Mr. Abbott was there and he clearly said, what one of you was proposing is that we spend all the money that we're gonna spend to have the hookup so we have redundant water. And you're gonna make that an emergency system which we don't use, but still spend all the millions of dollars, which is completely idiotic. I agree with him. He said he would not support that at all. He was diametrically opposed to that. So the thinking is bad and the assumptions are bad. The assumptions are everything is perfect in the well fields. We have plenty of water. The people in the state are good people and they're gonna let us take all the water we need. All those things are not true. They won't let us take any more water. They're restricting the water with PFAS. They're forcing us to clean these things up. And if one of the, I think it was the town administrator said, well, we have to spend the 18.9 million on PFAS anyway. Well, no. If you have a million gallons a day of water that doesn't need it, you could shut the PFAS wells down and you might only have to do half as much mitigation.
Yeah,
And it doesn't cost twice as much because, and the sad part is the mitigation fee is 3 times what the MWRA hookup fee is in millions of dollars. Plus, that's just for the first 4 to 6 PFASs. That isn't gonna solve the other 60 PFASs that they're gonna be bringing out every other year for us to deal with. So, and I don't know if anybody's listening, I guess, but I want to say this. These people, if you talk to the people, the water people, they want iron control of everybody's water. They don't want you to have any freedom using water or deciding about your water. They want to make water as expensive as possible. They want to do extreme environmentalism. And this is a study Mr. Abbott did. It used to be parts per 1,000. Then it was parts per million. Now it's parts per billion. And to see what they're talking about, you need a microscope the size of this room, electron microscope, to see the little thing,
sure. Yeah.
which people have been drinking that water for 300 years. No one's died yet. So the question is, what kind of, this is like COVID on steroids. It's a scam. And they're gonna keep doing it. And they want us to pay, and they'll say it. People, when I go to the Water Association, say they want to make water double the price, 3 times the price, like in the West Coast. And people here, if you don't hook up to this MWRA hookup right now, you will never get another chance. They have 3 times the towns looking for it, of the capacity that's available. So if we get out of the queue, you will never get MWRA. Don't let anyone tell you that. You are out of luck, period. And Mr. Abbott will back me up on that. So this is a idiotic action and decision by whomever to get us out of the box and to show you how this goes. All our surrounding towns, you look at Needham.
Let's think of, we have some comment from.
I'd like to get back to.
Wait a minute, now, please, let me finish.
Let me finish.
We
because
have-
the stuff I don't know.
We
Just let him-
have
Let him go.
Yeah, but this is not the
Needham,
place and
we
time for
have,
this.
we
got
have
an agenda.
We'll get through it. Don't worry.
We'll be here forever.
This is the only important thing on this agenda. I'm gonna leave after this. I'm gonna walk out like you.
Yeah, well, you can do that, but listen to me.
I'm not listening, I'm talking. We have
Yeah, I know.
Dedham,
That's why I want you to listen
Westwood,
to me.
Norwood, Needham, Kent, all our surrounding towns have MWRA water. They have some kind of joint program where they have sharing of MWRA water. They all enjoy it. None of them have any problems. If people say, oh, you have problems in MWRA. No, none of you have problems. Westwood heard about this meeting and about Walpole backing out of its 1 million gallons. They are filing an application. They want to take they want to take our 1 million gallons. So this is a decision. The people who voted on this, their names are going down on a list. Posterity, the future's gonna know who's who in the town out of this one. This is like a lottery ticket we have. The only reason we have this is because Bill and I got in early, and they, listening to us, they decided to waive the entrance fee, and we got into the queue first. Because all the towns on the South Shore want to join up. There's a consortium of western suburbs out in Westboro and so forth. There's a consortium on North Shore. They got 3 times the people looking for this than they have the water to allocate. So the minute we're out of there, that's the end of the ballgame for Walpole.
So is that a done deal right now, as the select
It
board
should,
voted on it?
it shouldn't be, because I don't believe the select board has the authority to do that. That's not what the town meeting voted. The select board have been taking a lot of actions of the town administration
We'll give-
that haven't been voted on or been approved, and I don't know, when you say that, I really don't know.
We'll give every commissioner equal chance. Mr. Fesson, you
Yeah.
were saying something.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
This copy on discussion item number 1, if you read the top, you'll see it's a draft copy.
Okay,
Well, that's important,
right.
because all the failures that I enumerated, they can be corrected. So, I would move that we...
Can you, no one took my opinion on this one. If you hold your motion, I'll just put my comment and then we can start.
Okay, sure, go ahead.
Thank you. That's the same statement. The Water Resource Commission staff, they had a meeting and they reviewed the draft environmental impact report. So this is a draft environmental impact report. We have been given a timeline saying that we first submit draft environmental report, the state will review it, and then they provide the comment, and then we respond with the missing information. And all of a sudden, the town has started jumping, concluding that this is over. No, it's not over. It was a draft environmental impact report, and the comments are clear that the town did not provide detailed information about existing sources, such as the summary table of relevant information about Walpole's 18 well pumps across 10 sites. The DER does not make sufficient argument that any of these existing sources are not viable. Then why they are, doing exploration in Jarvis farm or any other place? Why they are spending money? Why town is spending money? And why the 3 or 4, pumps are failing this summer? So they have not provided all these things. The DR fails to rule out the alternative of seeking a slightly higher WMA allocation because of interbasin transfer. The interbasin transfer is between the town and I think one of the biggest proponent of stress basin is Neponset River Valley Association. It's a non-profit.
Valley Water.
NEPRA.
And they are already saying that intertrust, it's a very stress and Walpole should get a water. So where is that statement? Why that's not being put forward, that our water wells are failing? There are, non-profit organizations which are saying that Walpole should get MWRA water to reduce the stress on the Neponset River Valley. And there are other documents, and in this process, what I remember is that it is a 6 months process. The draft, and then they provide comment, we provide more information, and then there are public hearing. Where is that public hearing happening? Was in Walpole. The MWRA should do a public hearing in Walpole until December of this year. Why that is not being done? Why the process is not being done? The town meeting was given this project plan that this is just application, and then again there will be public meetings to go over the whole cost and whether water will be used and how it will be used as an emergency or the whole discussion. The public has been cut off now. The process has been stopped by select board and town administrator, not giving chance for public to participate in this whole discussion. That's my statement.
All right, so in order to end this, we need to have a motion to direct town administration to fix all of the problems that are in the draft report, so that the report, so these people will have enough information to make a real decision instead of basing it on pieces that don't count.
I
So, my
second that motion.
mo- huh?
Yeah, please repeat it.
My motion would be that we direct the town administrator to fulfill all the needs in the draft report and send that information to the appropriate people.
I second that motion, that town administrator should respond to all the comments received for draft environmental impact report from Water Resource Commission staff of DCR and DEP, and as well as any comments received from MWRA to support the water connection.
But aren't they basing all their opinions on the consultants they hired? Isn't that where all their information is coming from? Because that's what
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's true, yeah.
No, actually, the consultants, our staff gives the consultants the information. Consultants don't have anything. They're engineers, they're technical people.
Right.
But they don't have any data about anything. They don't know what happened, how much we conserved, how much we pumped, what's broken. They have to get that data from our staff, those reports, and put it into the format that they do for all the other people that they do. They're working probably for 4 or 5 other towns, trying to
Sure.
do the same thing we're doing right now, the same company.
Right.
So that, I mean, it doesn't, if one town administrator says, hey, lay off, don't do work here, go do more you work on the other town, I don't care. I mean, so I don't, what Patrick is saying, actually, you might get better results if you wrote to the chairman of the selectmen and the town moderator. And particularly, you asked the town moderator to get you legal funds so you could require Weston and Sampson, who we hired, they haven't come in. We've demanded and requested they come at least half a dozen times. They've never come in to report to us.
So where you hire them, can you fire them?
We didn't hire them.
Oh.
They-
When you say we, you mean the town
they-
select-
The town
select board.
selected them. We had to vote on them.
So they have a contract?
No, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't.
No, that's not true. What it is that they decided, the selectmen decided to hire Weston and Sampson. They're the only ones that can do a contract. We have no authority to do
Right,
contracts.
but we did vote on it.
But we
even
do
though we
have
didn't hire them,
financial
we voted on it.
responsibility on the.
We only voted
Spend.
to
spending.
accept what they contracted.
So did they ever make a presentation before before the board? I mean, you've been there the longest, so,
Before the town meeting, they used to come to our meetings.
okay. So obviously, it looks like they're counting on this being a null and void commission, and they're just doing what they want.
No, but the overall, the
not-
town meeting passed the motion.
Right.
Okay, so now the motion is to basically get the water connection from the MWRA and present the cost estimate to the.
And they
town
gave an
meeting.
estimate, it would be about 9 months to complete all the work and get the application back in front of town meeting. That's what they told the town meeting and us.
But with the board, the data that they got from Weston and Sampson, Weston and
Weston.
Sampson, was that it would cost Walpole more money. That's what they said at the select
What
board.
would cost money.
To tie into the MWRA, it would cost us more than what we have now.
What do you mean, we don't have anything now?
We don't have any.
No, I know we don't. That's what I mean. That's what they
No,
said, though. They
no.
said it would cost more. It would cost more for us to tie into MWRA, and it would have to increase the water rates if we did that. That's what they
Same
said.
as the PFAS, $18.9 million
Right.
PFAS
Right.
pump station, yeah.
No, the.
But that's what they said.
Well, of course, they say those things, but they're not true, unfortunately. The town doesn't have enough water, we have failing wells, and we have wells with PFAS we can't use. We're gonna have to build new wells.
I
So
get
we
it.
have 6 bad, listen to me, if we have 6 bad wells, that's gonna throw about $40 million. That's way more than the $5 million to hook up to Norway.
No, I
So
get
it just can't,
But-
it is not true.
But the guys that were there, those 4 guys that weren't part of Weston and Sampson, they were there, they worked for the water department. They all reiterated what Weston and Sampson said.
Well, they went along with it,
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's not logical.
it's a political thing. It's a group of people that do not want to hook up to the MWRA. They don't have any solutions. They don't have any answers. They just don't want to hook up to the MWRA, and they think they're saving money in the short run. In the long run, that's what I was going to say. And again, not for Fasanella, but for the other people, if there's people listening. The real plan, and if they want to evolve our water system like is happening in the West Coast and the central part of the United States. They're developing now what they call unessential water guidelines, and they want to keep growing them. Unessential water means when they've shut the wells down, when they've made, you can't pump because of PFAS and so forth, people are going to have to stop watering outside, not having gardens, not having grass, not having a dishwasher, having low flow appliances and things in your home, even be told how many showers a week to take. This is what people accept
That's
in this country.
They do.
The
People
water
accept this.
restriction itself is on
And
the wall code, not
the fact is,
not on
the people
the
should
water
know,
government.
we have more water in this town, but we can't use it because the state stole it from us, and the state will not let us take our own water. They give us a restriction on it.
So
And listen to this, and I'd like to have Mr. Fasanella's comment on this. They say here, they mince words, they say, Walpole is registered to withdraw 2.25 million gallons permitted withdrawal permit. And then an additional 0.68 million gallons per day from groundwater sources in Boston Harbor. This is what the DEP says. So we use 2.8 million a day, but we have permission from them to draw 2.25 million gallons there, but we have an additional 6.8 million gallons to withdraw from Boston Harbor, which is a joke. That's totally untrue.
Very clean water.
We have no connection to Boston Harbor.
Yeah, we do. They're talking about the basin. They're not talking about.
They're talking about what?
Boston Harbor Basin.
Basin, it's Boston Harbor Basin, it's not Boston Harbor.
So the motion is to respond to DCR draft impact report with whatever the remaining items they have asked for and continue the application. Motion was presented by Mr. Fasanella.
Who are you gonna send it to again?
Town administrator,
Oh, jeez.
he's the one who needs to fix this.
No, people who are interested, the moderator and the chairman of the board of selectmen.
You can send to anybody you want, but he's the one who needs to fix it.
Okay. So we'll take a vote on this motion and
I'm gonna
All-
let him vote for it.
What?
So I'm gonna let you vote before I.
all in favor of this motion, say aye. Aye. Say no. Absent.
Abstain.
Okay. We close this item and.
You vote yes?
Yes.
Did you vote yes or no?
I did. Yes.
Oh, then 301. So I think the whole situation here is the Weston Sampson is not coming up to the meetings we have called. I have personally asked for, even in the last meeting minutes. we
And
had asked-
had they ever shown up to these meetings before
used to come.
before the town meeting? They did.
They did, yeah. So.
Is there? Do you have any theory on why that's so?
I don't know, but we are spending money from the water and sewer repairs on the Western Sampson. So I have a written motion here on the table, which basically regarding the board oversight and the consultant communication and expenditure of enterprise fund resources. Please go through it. I'll read it here for summarizing to the public. The motion regarding board oversight, consultant communication and expenditure of enterprise fund resources, whereas the Board of Sewer and Water Commissioner is duly elected governing body responsible for oversight of water and sewer enterprise funds on behalf of Walpole ratepayers. And whereas board has repeatedly requested timely information, reports, correspondence, financial data, consultant participation, and supporting material necessary to fulfill its fiduciary and statutory responsibility. And whereas the board has experienced repeated instances in which the requested material were not provided in timely manner, consultant retained at ratepayer expenses have failed to attend board meetings despite multiple requests, and a significant matter affecting water supply, MWRA planning, enterprise finances, and customer billing have proceeded without meaningful board discussion or review. And whereas Walpole is currently experiencing drought condition, multiple water supply wells have experienced operational challenges or failures, and decisions involving water supply planning and enterprise fund expenditures require heightened transparency and oversight. And whereas communication sent by town officials, consultant, legal counsel, or other representative regarding matters under the jurisdiction of board may create policy position, commitments, expenditures, or representation affecting the water and sewer enterprise funds and the interest of ratepayers. And whereas the board cannot effectively exercise its oversight responsibility when such communication are not included in board meeting packets or otherwise presented for review and discussions. Now, therefore, be it moved that the board formally declares that any correspondence, memoranda, consultant recommendation, reports, application, regulatory submissions, communication, or policy positions concerning water and sewer enterprise fund operations, MWRA matters, supplement water supply planning, ratepayer funded projects, billing initiatives, consultant engagement, regulatory matters, or other matters within the board jurisdiction that have not been provided to the board and included in a public meeting packet shall not be considered, reviewed, endorsed, or approved, adopted, or authorized by the board. Be further moved that the board request all future communication by town official, consultant, legal counsel, engineer, or other representative concerning matters within the board's jurisdiction be simultaneously provided to all commissioners and included in the next available board meeting packet. Be it further moved that board directs that consultant, engineers, and advisors whose services are funded directly or indirectly through water and sewer enterprise fund shall attend board meetings when requested by board to present information, answer questions, and provide accountability to ratepayers. Be further moved that the board express its concerns regarding the continued expenditure of ratepayer funds on consultants, legal services, and related professional services when requested information is not provided to the board in a timely manner, and when such consultants do not appear before the board to explain their work, products, and recommendation. Be further moved that the board requests that town administrator, finance department, engineering department, and all consultants provide requested financial, operational, regulatory, and project-related information within reasonable time frame so that board may properly discharge its responsibility to protect the public water supply, safeguard enterprise fund assets, and represent the interest of Walpole ratepayer. Be further finally moved that a copy of this motion be transmitted to select board, town administrator, finance director, town council, Weston and Sampson, and any consultant or contractor whose services are funded by the water and sewer enterprise fund.
Pretty, that's a great thing, and I agree everything on it, and we used to be like that. This is what we used to do. But here's the thing, who are you talking to?
This is going to all the people.
No,
This is,
who are you talking to?
this is a motion.
Who
the
can
board
do
motion,
all these things?
The town administrator. So
That's where you need to have this sent
it
to.
is there.
Where? No.
Be further
No,
moved
no,
that
no,
board
no.
request.
No.
It's
No,
on
it has to
second
be
page.
directed to him.
I-
It is, by the board, it has to be directed to him. You have to order him to implement this.
Which is same
Which
as
is
the
what-
final
No,
one.
it is not the same, because here you're saying that a copy of this motion
No,
be transmitted. Yeah, that the board requests, the town, requests. You order him, or you direct him, you don't request it, okay, and you have no authority.
Okay.
Here's another thing, you have no authority over the finance department, engineering department, or any of those places.
so
All you have
you-
authority over is the town administrator.
So,
He says that, he says, further move that the board requests the town administrator, blah, blah, blah.
No, the town administrator needs to be ordered to do this.
So you want me to amendment to add one more?
No, just cross out request and put order.
No, that will be only.
Or, put it, this would be ordered to the town administrator. You wanna hear what it's supposed to be? It's supposed to be, you are hereby ordered until otherwise directed to cause or have caused the following.
Do you think that will work? I think nothing is working here with the town. Whatever motion you.
But
Fine.
I'm telling you what's the legal
Okay.
stuff.
So
would you-
let's finish this and then we can have a second
We're
motion.
finished.
No, we can have a second motion.
No, this is fine. It's
No,
perfect.
no. but-
Except it doesn't direct him to do anything.
No, we can have a second motion to direct him to do whatever you want, like,
No, you don't get it.
this is a very big motion. We cannot.
And that's fine.
Yeah,
That's not a problem. You have to direct it to the person who can implement this.
that will be second motion, that's what I'm trying to say.
No, it shouldn't be a second motion, it has to be this motion. Why are you gonna have a second motion on something that you can just say, this will be directed to the town administrator? You don't need to do over again. That doesn't make any
You
sense.
just take 1 minute extra. Yes, this copy can be signed and given as is, and then second motion can be to direct the town administrator. Because this is to a lot of, to the select board and everything.
The motion we just can make is that this shall be directed to the town administrator and give it to him. I'm gonna certify it.
That's what I'm saying, like.
Well, that's it, the end of it.
Yeah, so
You don't have to do any more work on that.
No, without amending, what I'm suggesting is that we pass this motion as is and then have a second motion to direct the town administrator
And he
to.
wants to say a line here, say, the town administrator is directed to hereby to the following.
That's it. That's all.
He just wants to add that line at the front.
That is fine. So yes, I take my motion back.
No,
Okay,
don't
I'll
take
take
your
that.
motion back
No one
because
seconded it. No
Here.
one seconded it.
I told you I
We're still in
seconded it.
discussion. I want to say something else. The most important person is the town moderator. He should be the first one you send it to. And also town meeting members. Put them in there too. Inform the town meeting as well as the moderator.
Town administrator's gonna have to send that to him.
So which paragraph, which line you want? We took the motion. Let's have discussion. Tell me which line needs to be adjusted.
None of the lines need to be changed,
Okay.
only the direction of this document.
Okay.
Right
Listen.
here, I'll give you mine.
Okay.
Gee, we do policy, we don't do
The town meeting.
secretarial work.
And inform
Okay.
town meeting members. So include those in as,
Yeah, that's fine, the more people on there, the better.
So is this what we want?
Is that acceptable?
More people.
Just see. What board want? I'm just a messenger, like not messenger. I'm just prepared it. This looks okay. So I put a motion and hereby direct the town administrator. The motion is regarding board oversight consultant.
so you're gonna say,
Yeah.
I hereby direct the town administrator to the following.
Yeah, I hereby direct the town administrator to following motion regarding board oversight, consultant communication and expenditure of enterprise fund resources. This is a written motion, it was just discussed here, and this motion is on the table. Anyone wants to second it?
Yeah, I second it.
Okay.
Okay, officially.
Any more discussion? No? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I,
Aye.
Aye.
400.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So there was some mention, we got an email from Mr. Johnson before the select board meeting, and it indicated that there was supposed to be some sort of thing put forth by the chairman of this board before we attended that meeting do you remember that? You didn't see that?
We
And I didn't get what it said, that we couldn't vote in their meeting unless,
no, he was telling you that you cannot discuss on email and you cannot vote in the select board meeting as a commissioner
without formal,
without formal
quorum.
board.
yeah, what we're saying is a violation of open meeting law.
Yeah.
If majority, which would be 3 water commissioners were at the same meeting,
Right.
and if we discussed business or took any votes
In the meeting, if
while we
took-
were there, that would be a violation.
Would we do that?
You can attend a public hearing and sit there and listen or ask questions, but if you collude with other
Each other,
commissioners
yeah.
and do something or take a vote, you could technically be in violation of being, but they try to make it so you can't come, only 2 people can come to the meeting. That's not true. I mean, if it's a public meeting,
yeah.
everybody who's a town official can come to the meeting. So
I
you don't
mean,
have to post
Yeah,
a meeting
town
unless you're gonna meet.
Yeah.
right, that's what confused me, so what we want
The
to
copy
meet
to the
there.
town council, the town
Which is scary
council.
off
Yeah.
Yeah,
Scare who?
Jim?
from going.
yeah, and then go
Yeah.
straight, yeah.
Well,
Just Jim.
oh, I don't want to violate the open meeting act,
Basically,
better not
it
go.
will be distributed.
He can.
Yeah.
I don't, there's a couple of things that elude me at this point, but, I mean, we're doing this
You
free.
did a nice job of writing that up. I
Yeah,
mean,
you
you're trying to
did.
express
Really
yourself,
good.
and I think you
We're doing this a free, we don't get paid for any of this.
show your
We're
frustration of
volunteers.
trying to do something,
We
but you're
have
getting blocked.
a staff.
And but we're voted in by the public to oversee things, and they just don't want to hear it.
That's a violation of their oath of office when they're sworn in. And we should report them to the Attorney General for that. You want to do that?
I mean,
We could.
Okay, we'll move to the next, no more further discussion, we'll move to the next agenda, which is FY 2026 year-end financial report. This was requested to the town last week. So the year-end the financial year ended on June 30th, and I had requested them to provide all the water retain earning, sewer retain earning status, and it seems that they don't have the data. They haven't put this in packet. So there's nothing much to discuss other than, you know, they don't want to give the data to us, to the board.
Okay, let's move a motion that he be directed to give you that information.
isn't it public record?
No, this is a board work thing, it's a board thing. So what I requested was, please provide a preliminary FY 2026 year-end financial report, including water enterprise fund actual revenue and expenses, sewer enterprise fund actual revenue and expenses, water retain earnings balance, sewer retain earning balance, and comparison of actual results versus FY 2026 budget, any significant budget variance or year-end adjustment.
You want to make a motion on that?
You made a motion, yeah, I just.
On this?
Yeah,
Okay, and that would say, this is your report that we don't have, right?
yeah,
That you requested.
yeah. Yeah, we
Okay.
need a FY 2026 year-end financial report presented to the board.
Okay, so the motion would be moved that the town administrator provide a report with the following information, and that's, that would
I
be
just
it right
spoke,
there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
Okay, that's my motion.
I second that. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
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 No. Absent? 301.
And so they can just add what you have on your tablet.
No, I emailed them.
Then you have to reference it.
Yeah, which is
Okay,
fine.
then you have to say,
Yeah.
in regard to the reference number, whatever it is.
Yeah. Similarly, for monthly electronic billing program, I had asked the provide and update the status of a monthly electronic billing initiative, including all vendors currently involved in the discussions, evaluation, demonstration, and proposal, summary of vendors' capability and implementation option, current status of evaluation and next step, and estimated implementation timeline and associated cost. So this has been discussed like past 5 to 6 months, like, you know, the monthly electronic billing program. None of the vendors have come here, they've not shown any.
And he already has a copy of this,
Yeah, he has a copy of it.
which we don't have any record of.
So for agenda item 3, I make motion to direct the town administrator to provide all the vendors' information as requested by the email to present to the board in the next meeting.
Is that a
Second.
motion?
Yes, a motion.
Second.
Seconded by George. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
Aye. All absent. Okay, 301. Okay, we are done with our regular discussion. For our old business, we have MWRA water connection. We already covered that. We have next item, which is Jarvis Farm.
Yeah, Jarvis Farm. I can't talk about that because we have nobody here. I would like to know what's the current status of Jarvis Farm? That's my question.
Mr. Hamilton could tell us, but he's not.
No, he's not expert on Jarvis Farm. for
Okay.
sure.
That's what my question is.
And shall we move to next item?
Yeah.
Well, meter.
Meter to cash, yeah.
That's yours.
Okay, so the meter to cash, we have a written response from our billing department head, Mr. Derek Reynard. And the commissioner requested the billing status. We are currently working through bill cycle 4, 5, 6 and 14. This cycles have read date of 7/7/2026. And this will be given to collector's office on 8/3 and then on 8/11 this bill will be sent. So this will be too late, like 7/7 to 8/11 is more than 30 days. It's like 32, 33 days. So this is concerning, especially in the summer months, if the bill goes late and somebody has a huge water uses, the spike will show up in the summer bill. And this late billing, you know, I don't know what is stopping them to improve the paper billing. They should change the billing to, you know, even the paper billing, they should improve it. This technology is beyond the time where it takes 18 working days or 30 working days for somebody to sit and review paper billing on this. This is a failed attempt by the town from last 5 years to keep on proof, you know, use the same bill process and proof and printing vendors who cannot perform. It's even after paying like millions of dollars for all the indirect cost. This is shameful that they take 30 days to print and mail water bills.
Do you have a motion?
I don't have motion, but this is a statement. We have made a motion so many times. This is shameful that it takes 30 days to print and mail water bills in the area, in the age of artificial intelligence, and now I don't know how much you want to say about technologies. Next is I&I fees.
Yeah, and I would like to know from administration who isn't here, what's the status of the I&I program? Because we voted to have them develop an I&I program. So what's the status of that program? That's my question, Mr. Chairman.
We want.
Would
you
you
want
like me
the-
to I'll make a motion. Move that the town administrator provide the status of the directed I&I program.
And fees.
Well, that's a program that includes everything.
Okay. I second that. Any more discussion? All in favor say yes.
I,
Aye. Or it's no. Absent.
Aye.
Aye. So 301. We may avoid your vote if you don't say with aye.
Oh,
We don't need to vote. We have to say with aye.
didn't I say yes? Didn't I say aye?
Yeah, you have to say when we ask for aye.
Oh, I was waiting for him, because he's been here longer than me, so.
No, but when it's
I'll
aye.
answer
you say
first.
aye.
Sorry.
So, monthly billing we'll already discuss. I think this is the end of the meeting. I move a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
All
Yes,
in favor?
yes, aye, yes.
Aye.